Hey guys, what's up? Darcy here at Six Strings Nine Lives. Back for a long overdue update. It feels like that anyways. Got a few things piled up. Might do this one in two parts. I got another couple things coming, so I might just go with my usual 8 or 9 items. First, we'll talk a little bit about that Iron Maiden concert. Those of you who have saw the Legacy of the Beast tour this year, you were witness to a real treat, in my opinion. Probably top 3, if not really near the top shows for me ever. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed the set list. I'm not a person that is coming to hear the hits. A couple is fine, ending the show with Run to the Hills or something like that. Fantastic. But those other songs in there, for example, the Blaze Bayley stuff that Bruce did, Sign of the Cross and the Klansman, absolutely amazing. Loved it. A song like, I always mess this one up, so I wrote it down, For the Greater Good of God. That was kind of maybe the one oddball song in there, you would say, but thoroughly enjoyed that too. Kudos to Iron Maiden for, digging up, not digging up, but doing stuff from their whole history. I wish Judas Priest would take note of that and do some, I would love if Rob Halford would do something like Cathedral Spires from the Ripper years. A tough song to do, first of all, but, first of all, I really think they need to acknowledge those albums that Ripper did. And like I said, good for Iron Maiden for, doing the Paul Di'Anno stuff, the Blaze Bayley stuff. Get your whole history in there. Anyways, fantastic show. The Raven Age was, a decent band. Really not my cup of tea, but a good band. Very, very heavy, very loud, which is fine. But I didn't like the pairing of them opening for Maiden, but I do fully understand they're wanting to showcase, and George having his dad in Iron Maiden, that probably helps a bit. But anyways, overall fantastic experience, fantastic show, and let's get on with this update. We'll start off with a Grail from my local record shop. Having a local record shop in a small city, it's a double-edged sword because not much comes in, but when something out of the ordinary comes in, and as far as metal goes, I'm right on top of it, and my guy will call me right away. Or in this case, he just got these CDs in. This is a Grail to me. Very hard to find on CD in this original format. That is Ozzy Osbourne's The Ultimate Sin. I was not fond of those, what were they, 2001 reissues where they had the reduced cover with the green border. I don't have any of those, not really interested in those. Kind of waited out to get this. Always had it on cassette, but just wanted an original copy. So the jewel case was just smashed, and I was a little worried opening it, but everything else is great. I've replaced the jewel case since, so glad to have that. Next up, and this is fitting too because actually Death Angel is doing a North American tour here with a couple of bands. I think, is it Ex Mortis and Hellfire? Two bands I'm really not that familiar with, but definitely familiar with Death Angel. I picked this up. This is Sonic German Beatdown live in Germany. So this is kind of, I would say, probably part of the Art of Dying tour, stuff that happened before the second reunion album, Killing Season. And this includes basically 4/5 of the original lineup. The only difference is Ted Aguilar's on guitar. And at this time, Gus Peppa is gone from the band. But other than that, all original members. Nuclear Blast release. This was released in 2009. Looking forward to giving this a spin. I have not heard this show. Next up, I had this on pre-order as soon as I knew about it, actually. If you watch my channel, you know I'm a huge Helix fan. And this is straight from Scott Waters' label, No Life Till Metal. This is Helix Old School. I've seen this shown a couple of times. Fantastic album. Been a Helix fan most of my life. And I don't know if you've heard of the story of this album. These were, you know, tapes and things that were being cleaned out of Planet Helix, which I don't know, I think that's probably maybe Brian's basement or whatever, and possibly thrown away. But one of Brian, and I'm saying Brian is the lead singer, basically the leader of Helix. His friend says, no, you know what, you got to see what you got there. And they turned it into a fantastic album. There is parts on this album that are salvaged from the original recordings. Parts of it, I mean, from Paul Hackman, who passed away in 1992 in a bus accident. But yes, great album. Love Helix. I'll just show you the vinyl quick. And Scott Waters, you did a great job on this. Just like you did on the other two, Bastard of the Blues and the Christmas album. There's the center ring, and then you have the No Life Till Metal right there. They included a couple little goodies too. It was kind of nice. I got a nice Helix pin with the standard. I love this logo, but what I love most about this logo is this color. This goldy brown is just, it's phenomenal. Just pops. I also picked up the CD in my order, and I will ship this off to a friend of mine who's just as big as a Helix fan as I am. There's the CD on Paris Records. Back cover. Quickly just show you that CD. There you go. Anyways, check out Helix. If you're familiar with Helix your whole life, imagine this album could easily fit in right after Wild in the Streets, right before Back for Another Taste. So this has got a 1988 sound, just 80s, perfect, love it. Another one I picked up came in the same order, a band from Austria called Veil of Deception. Really good album. I really enjoy this. If you want to check out some of this, check out my favorite song, actually two of them, Missing Heartbeats and Crooked Lines. Fantastic. This is on No Life Till Metal. Just a killer album. Like I said, these guys are from Austria. This is all I have from them. I don't own any of their other albums, and I think it's the only release on No Life Till Metal from this band. Next up, spinning a little Accept in the background. I just love Accept. I have, again, as soon as I discovered them, I just never looked back. Some of the vinyl's tough to get, so I've really kept my eyes on the Music on Vinyl. They've done, that is the Music on Vinyl reissue, and I also picked up Balls to the Wall. There's going to be a bit of a glare here because it's so shiny, so I'll hold it. And you know this iconic cover for sure. There's nothing nothing new here, other than where's my? Well, on the CD it has the logo right here. Wishing they would have put that, but not the end of the world. The logo, and again, they have an iconic logo. I just love the Accept logo, nice and bold. You know, it's very similar to like a Testament's logo with the full line on the top. Anyways, great album. Let me just quickly show you this vinyl. And I can't speak highly enough about Music on Vinyl. I will pick up anything possible, you know, within what I like for sure from Music on Vinyl. I've never been disappointed with any of their releases. This one comes on kind of just a grayish marble with your standard RCA logo. Same on both sides. And a really killer insert here. Just nice stock paper. Lyrics on the back. And then we got pretty cool band shot. This album's been shown a couple of times already. I know Rob over at Black Star picked this up, and he really enjoys that album too. So anyways, you got Wolf, Stefan, Peter, and at the time, so Herman Frank is the other guitar player, and there's Udo. kind of a different shot. Looks like they are wearing jeans. It's almost like they're advertising Calvin Klein jeans or something. But anyways, one of my all-time favorite albums for sure by Accept. And there's the bag. I just took it out of the bag so you could see that. It is a limited edition, 3,000 copies on, silver metal colored vinyl. So happy to have that in the collection. And being the Accept fan that I am, I definitely had to pick up this one too. A big change, it marked a big change for Accept actually. Out was Udo on vocals, and also George Fisher left on guitar. And here is Eat the Heat. This is a music on vinyl reissue. Sorry about a bit of a glare there. So this is, I'm actually used to this cover right here. This is how my original 1989 CD had this on the cover. And I didn't realize till I started spinning this that the track listing is not the same. And the track listing, you know when you're waiting for that song, like after the first song XTC, it's all basically different than the original North American release anyways. But I know there's a reissue on CD that I don't have it, so I never knew they even changed this track listing. But what I really enjoy about this one is XTC, then you go right into Generation Clash. So you got a couple heavy hitters to start off with. In the middle of this album, you got great songs like Love Sensation, Turn the Wheel, Prisoner, more of the commercial Accept, but very good stuff. Like David Reese is awesome. This is a one-off great album, I'll tell you that. And this ends really heavy with Accept heavy, a little more old school with Hellhammer and D-Train. So I really like what they did with the track listing anyways. And this cover definitely growing on me, that's for sure. And here is the music on vinyl bag. And this one says limited 30th edition of 2,000 copies of Flaming Vinyl. So anything Accept, I'm happy to have into the collection. I just recently found out that Russian Roulette is getting a release in October. I think around October 18th, so I'll definitely be all over that pre-order. These are just some classic German metal. It's just metal. It's all metal to me. It doesn't have to have a little title in front of it. Just good old metal. What else did I pick up here? I got two more to show you, and then we'll wrap this one up. Sorry, taking a little bit of your time up. I was at a used shop a couple hours away, and I pretty much picked through most of their stuff too, but every once in a while, again, you get something you either don't have, or it's just a bit of a grail, a bit of a gem. I did not have this. This is Saxon Heavy Metal Thunder Live. This is the Eagles over Wacken, however you say that. It's a double disc, 2-disc set. There's disc 1, and then disc 2 is, it's one of those, flip it over like this. And it says on the back, this is the 2009 Fan Choice Set List Full Show. There's the back cover. So this is one of the albums that was released on Universal, or is it UDR EMI? Yeah, they were on that label for a little while with albums like Sacrifice and what else did they have? Call to Arms and a couple live stuff on that label. Anyways, looking forward to checking this out. I cross-referenced this one quickly with that new 40th Live, The Eagle Has Landed. Nothing's the same, so they're really doing a good job as far as just giving you new live material, no repeats. And we'll wrap this one up with a band that I just got into recently, maybe 2 months ago. I picked up their album, great band from Sweden. The album is called Dust to Gold by Bullet, but this one is Bullet Live. Fantastic. This is really making me want to go check out some of Bullet's earlier albums. I think they probably have another 4 to 5 before Dust to Gold, but this is only their second release on SPV. Great packaging. SPV I'm telling you, they do a great job. They rank right up there with, the even their vinyl, if you get in on a pre-order with SPV, you're going to get it at a decent price. But it may take you a month to get it, but you will get a good deal, and they do a great job with their stuff too. Anyways, Bullet Live, check out Bullet if you haven't already. I would say Dust to Gold would be a fantastic album to start with, and I've been recommended a couple of more of their albums. I will check them out over time for sure. Guys, sorry for taking up about 16 minutes. That's not, I'm usually like to keep them a little bit down, but oh yeah, and this has a nice booklet too. Sorry, I totally forgot. It blends right in there. Cover shot there. Anyways, Sweden's Bullet. I should have another update a little quicker than this one came. Kind of getting back into the groove here. Summer's over, fall's here. One of my favorite times of year. Be a good time to listen to some music, chat with you guys, and film a few more videos. So until next time, stay heavy.